Good morning. This is Akashvani Kohima. The morning news read by Jonas Yantan. The 18th G20 Leaders Summit will begin with much fanfare as heads of world-leading economies will gather at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi today. To be chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the two-day summit will see the participation of US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, Prime Minister of Canada Justin Trudeau, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, among others. Several issues ranging from food and energy security to clean energy transition and climate change are expected to be deliberated at length by the world's leading economies during this global event. India is leveraging its G20 presidency to establish itself as a global powerhouse, advocating for the hopes and aspirations of many developing nations. The key priorities for India's G20 presidency include sustainable development goals and climate action. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed confidence that the New Delhi G20 summit will chart a new path in human-centric and inclusive development. In a social media post, he highlighted that India's G20 presidency has been inclusive, ambitious, decisive, and action-oriented. UN Secretary-General António Guterres yesterday said India's G20 presidency will help lead the kind of transformative change the world so desperately needs, in line with the repeated commitment that India will act on behalf of Global South and its determination to pursue the development agenda. Briefing media in New Delhi in this context of a G20 summit, he emphasized that one family, one earth, one future finds profound resonance in today's world. Saying that the phrase is inspired by Maha Upanishad, he said a timeless ideal is an indictment of the present day. He said the world is indeed one global family, but today resembles a rather dysfunctional one. Guterres further said, divisions are growing, tensions are flaring up, and trust is eroding, which together raise the spectre of fragmentation and ultimately confrontation. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur yesterday urged the nation to be a part of the Amrit Kalash Yatra spanning across 6 lakh Indian villages. In a social media post, he called on the citizens to take Panch Pran with the country's soil, which is enriched by the sweat and sacrifice of the countless brave souls, and share their selfies at yuva.gov.in. Thakur said this sacred soil will shape the Amrit Vatika near the War Memorial in Delhi. Government of Nagaland has declared today as working day for the state government offices located in Kohima, in view of the second session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly, which commences from 11 September onwards. In an order, Chief Secretary directed all administrative heads and heads of departments to ensure attendance of the officers and staff of their respective departments. In Manipur, 2 persons succumbed to bullet injuries, while more than 80 persons, including women, sustained injuries in firing incident that took place at Balel area in Kakching district yesterday morning. The police report said that a firing took place between state forces and armed miscreants. The armed miscreants fired indiscriminately towards Balel area, and 1 person succumbed to the bullet injuries. Another person died on the spot in the cross-firing. Large number of people tried to rush towards the incidents, and security forces stopped them. Scuffle took place and police resorted to lathi charges. Around 80 people sustained injuries in the scuffle, and they are hospitalized. Reserve Bank of India (RBI) yesterday decided to discontinue the incremental cash reserve ratio, which was put in place to absorb surplus liquidity following the withdrawal of 2,000 rupee currency notes in a phased manner beginning today. On August 10th, the RBI mandated banks to maintain an incremental cash reserve ratio of 10% on the increase in their net demand and time liabilities between May 19, 2023 and July 28, 2023. The measure was intended to absorb the surplus liquidity generated by various factors, including the return of 2,000 rupee notes to the banking system. And in sports, the US Open tennis, Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden lost the final match of men's doubles against Rajiv Ram Joy Salisbury in New York yesterday. Indo-Australian pair Bopanna Ebden made a dominating start in the summit clash by winning the first set, but failed to cash in on the golden opportunity and lost to the British-American pair Ram Salisbury 6-2, 3-6, 4-6. With that, we come to the end of the morning news. Have a nice day.